Hello, I'm Paul Rutledge with Campus Cloud Services. I want to thank you for taking time watching this recording today. The focus of this video is to provide an overview of our student information systems and to drill more specifically into common pain points experienced by administrators when using technology in their professional lives. From experience, meeting with prospective institutions like yours, we have found that most questions and concerns revolve around ease of use, of course, is the first impression everybody gets. Documenting all aspects of student interactions is the second. Connectivity and automation to other technology support applications is important consideration. And of course, reporting, operational metrics like student success, being primarily driven by compliance reporting, whether it's state, accreditation, or federal. This video's topic is reporting. The most common complaint of existing technology systems revolves around this topic. Having operational metrics of student success should be the highest priority of any system. These are also further challenged by the regulatory reporting requirements, whether they're state, accreditation, or federal oversight. I've mentioned earlier that I've been doing web demos for higher education institutions since 2007. And when I work with somebody that's evaluating us in those meetings, I always kind of ask them, what's your biggest pain point? And I can tell you that probably 90% of the time, the explanations that come back that they're looking to fix revolve around reporting, okay? A lot of times the traditional legacy systems have static reports. And it's been described to me that administrators feel like they're searching a haystack looking for needles that require their attention. You know, and that's the challenge with some of this. You're looking at one report, you're looking over to another report. Well, we wanted to try and give you an idea of how easy it is with our system. First off, we have a robust reporting library. We have, I showed you I showed you the menu before, but we have it by department. So you have your admissions, you have your education, you have we have all of your state accreditation and federal reporting. We know how to spell iPads. We know how to spell PhysApp. We know how to spell NSLDS. So, the key is all of your institutional reporting in there, and is it all pulling from reliably updated data, right? From this, we've perceived two pain points that we want to kind of highlight. One is, how drillable are your reports? Can you not only drill into your reports, but can you drill through them to do what if type questions? Or do you have to do complicated gymnastics to identify problems and debug them before you submit them? And then the second pain point we're going to talk about is, creating ad hoc reports, because, a lot of people always they find out what questions they need to ask after they work with their static reports. So this is a general pain point that we're working with legacy systems. So let's look at our reports menu. I mean, you can see the organization by department, but let's just use an example of, say, a student master listing. Okay. So by clicking on that, you open up the selection box to create your student master report. So in this case, you have a lot of different dates you can select from. You want to look at by enrollment date, start date, date of determination, last date of attendance, a lot of boxes you can fill into and create the report, okay? You can then select a lot of different data elements. So in this case, I'm looking at specific programs, or I might want to look at specific campuses or specific courses or degrees. You have complete flexibility to sort through how you want to see the data. And depending on how you click show or export, show is good, export's better. The show then populates the bottom section with all the students that meet that criteria. And what's nice about that is you can actually click on any one of those students, and you can drill through the report into all of the questions you might want to ask relative to the students, whether it's payments, whether it's receivables, whether it's grades, attendance. You can get to all the root data that SOP uses to populate that report. And you can, the original report, you never lose the original report. It opens up that student record in another tab, and that's one of the beauties of it being browser based. It's very helpful for multi-screen work productivity. So you can move certain student records over to another tab on a different screen and still go back to that report. If you click the export button, it not only exports the the viewed fields on this report, but it exports a lot more data fields on the spreadsheet that might be more helpful for more analytical uh, purposes.
Well, I think the most important thing to add there is we're very happy with our report writing and how quick it operates in the Sky SQL, but and how easy it is to build reports. So what I always tell our clients about reporting is that if you have a compliance or a regulatory report that we don't have, we'll build it for you. And if you have an operational report that you don't, that's not in the system, I mean, out of our 150 reports, this doesn't occur very often, we'll build that for you as well. I use an example. One of our clients is a firm believer in attendance, and they wanted some custom attendance reportings because they believe that they can tell in the first couple of weeks if the student attends, if they're going to be successful or not. So they want to monitor attendance. So we build a customized attendance report for them that shows not only the student's attendance, but on top of that, where the faculty member might not be capturing attendance, or the attendance might be missing, because there's always two parts of that student. Are they attending, and how are we reporting the attendance? So anything like that, from an operational perspective, we build those reports for our clients.
Which kind of leads into one of our pet peeves, a major dislike we have of our cohorts in the industry is that, you know, the challenge is, can users create their own reports, or we hate that many times our industry is not user friendly for custom reports. Sometimes it can be expensive to get custom reports created, and you know, we want to show you two tools that are within our system to help you in that. On the maintenance menu are two options. One is something called report build. This puts into inclined users' hands the ability to do SQL programming. Now, many of us don't want to know how to spell SQL. Okay, it's spelled SQL. Okay, but you may have people on your staff that like to play with database reporting. This is a great tool because it allows you to create your own SQL reports, and it's also a great tool because we use this when we create most of your custom reports. It's simple. It's simple for us to use as well, and it's one of the reasons that we generally don't charge for simple reports. But it gives you or your IT department or somebody so inclined the ability to create your own custom ad hoc reports. There's also another great tool here called Group Builder. And let's click on it to walk through, because clicking on it opens a menu like I showed you on the student mastery, which gives you the ability, let's say you wanted to drill into all of your enrollment data, like in this case, I'm looking for students that had a start date between 7/1 of 2013 and 7/1 of 2023, because it's demo data, it's not real. But I want to look at students in the status code of ready to register and current students. But it gives me a lot of drop-down boxes with multi-selectability to go in and create a group. I can go in here and look for standard financial aid selection criteria. I can go in here and look for specific accounts receivable criteria, looking for students that may not have paid in 30 days. And then I can click the show and populate below a list of all the students meeting that requirements. From this box, could send them all an SMS message, or I could send them a templated email, or I could put them in a communication plan, or I could click on and drill through into the actual student record to make sure that I want to include them in this group. So it gives you that complete capability. And this is something that I think most administrators might want to use, because let's say they do every month they do the people that are 30 days past due. You can save that option as a saved view list and click on it, and it's a dynamic list. It will be updated for all of those students that are 30 days past due, which then allows you an ability to communicate with them, you know, specific to the circumstances you're trying to do. But it's very user friendly, and it's something that I strongly recommend for anybody within the organization. I want to thank you for taking your time watching this video. I hope the topic was helpful to your thought process. If you'd like to schedule a further conversation or schedule a deeper dive demonstration of our capabilities, feel free to contact me by phone or email. Again, thanks for investing your time, and have a great rest of the day.